Hi, my name is Gidon Vardi. I am the president of Excel Services, a division of AT Vardi Inc., a construction consulting and forensics company, Westlake Village, California. Blackouts are a common problem in almost every region of the nation. They are caused by natural events, accidents, and shutdowns for maintenance. The following presentation provides one solution to a temporary power loss with the installation of a manual transfer switch which will work with a standby generator. A manual transfer switch allows you to control several selected electrical circuits without having to worry about running electrical cords all over the building. In our opinion, it is the safest way to run an emergency generator on a temporary basis. We hope you find this presentation informative. What I'm going to show you today is how to install this Reliance manual transfer switch that will operate a standby generator. This particular switch assembly was designed for outdoor application only. Before we start, let me just say the following, and please take my caution very seriously. Installing anything that's electrical, especially on the high voltage side, is extremely dangerous. If you're not trained to do so, don't. You could seriously hurt yourself and could cause extreme damage to the wiring assembly of the building that you're working on. Doing it incorrectly can cause a fire and could even cause a fatality. So don't do it. Hire a professional. As a background, besides having a number of licenses in the state of California, I am also a licensed electrical contractor. I have a C10 license, which qualifies me to do this installation. We have chosen to use a Honda tri-fuel generator, which means that the generator can run on either regular gas, liquid propane, or natural gas. We're going to mark the location where the manual transfer switch is going to be hung, and it will be then fastened to the wall with tamper-proof fasteners. The switch is being checked to make sure it's plumb and square before we proceed to the next step. The transfer switch is now fully mounted with tamper-proof fasteners, and we are now ready to proceed to the next step, which is the installation of the wiring harness. Here is a quick look of the transfer switch with the door open, revealing the 10 circuits that will be servicing our generator. We selected 10 circuits that are most important for our safety and security, including the refrigerator, garage door opener, kitchen appliances other than the refrigerator, computers, and radio. We removed the safety cover from the breaker portion of the panel and installed a non-conductive brace to make sure that the electrical panel stays safely open while we are working on it. We removed the bottom portion of the panel where the wires are fed from the switch to the breakers, and also where the ground and neutral wires are connected. The wiring harness provided by the manufacturer is then pulled into the main electrical panel and are being marked for identification before connecting to the specific breakers. The 10 sets of wires are then identified in accordance with their corresponding breakers in the transfer switch. The main breaker is now being turned off, and we're going to test the power source to make sure that it is indeed turned off and that we are not subjecting ourselves to potential electrical shock. For the past hour or so, each of the 10 circuits has been identified and wired into the breaker that corresponds with a circuit in the manual transfer switch. We are being very careful to follow the manufacturer's recommendations to make sure that we are doing the work safely and that we do no harm to the existing system and to the new manual transfer switch. With the main electrical panel exposed and the power turned off, we also have an opportunity to do some maintenance on wiring that needs to be done from time to time. As we previously noted, it is important that proper identification is made between the circuits in the electrical panel and the manual transfer switch. The transfer switch has been installed and we are now ready to test the system. One end of a heavy-duty electrical cord is connected to the manual transfer switch, and the other end of the electrical cord is then connected to the generator. The orange cord to the left is used to maintain the battery in the generator. The generator has now been turned on and allowed to warm up for a few minutes before we turn on any circuits. We will test the refrigerator circuit since it is the most important one for our family. Circuit J to the refrigerator is turned off, and we are going to make sure that in fact the refrigerator is off. As you can see, the light is out and the refrigerator is off. We are now going to switch over to generator power and make sure the refrigerator is on. We're also checking to see how much power is being used by the refrigerator. In this case, we note that it uses 500 watts of power. We are now checking the refrigerator and it is running on generated power. The light is on. We are now going to turn the breaker back to regular power and complete this test. Thank you for watching. For more information regarding our construction forensic and consulting firm, please visit us at xlservicesca.com. Thank you.